Hi, welcome to another special edition of Education Matters, conversation on school security. Today we'll be looking from a superintendent's perspective, the importance of the collaboration with the local police department. With me is John Niesz. John is the superintendent of the District of Keansburg. Welcome, John.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
John, you have an interesting background. You did come from law enforcement before you went into education.
Yes, I did.
You were a police officer?
Yes, I was a sergeant in Freehold Borough Police Department, and then I made the transition to the Department of Homeland Security, and then I found myself as a teacher in a classroom, and now I'm happy to be a superintendent.
Okay. In that role, you're usually the point person for the whole school district.
Yes.
How important is that collaboration with the local police department, and how do you build that?
It's very important. Building it is, you have to extend the olive branch immediately to the police department, to the local government, which we do as superintendents. We have that collaboration with the police departments. I think it starts with that and developing that trust.
And you and I were talking earlier, off camera obviously, about how you keep the communication constant.
Right.
Between yourself and the police department so that they're always aware of what's going on in schools.
You know, we have a memorandum of agreement with the police department and the school district, but I think one of the most important things is, as superintendents, we tend to go to different training courses, different classes that are offered, and there's various agencies, from the FBI to the county prosecutor's office to the sheriff's department, and one of the things we can find ourselves doing is, if we need assistance or we want to reach out, we'll contact one of those agencies. And while it may seem like a great idea at the time, if there's an issue that you have, you should really start with your local law enforcement to keep them apprised of what's going on and what your needs are, because if they can't meet it, they can reach out and maybe facilitate that much easier for you as a school district. So it's in New Jersey, we have something called home rule, and
I've heard of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's alive and well, and it's one of those things you want to keep that rapport with your police department. So when you have a question, comment, or concern, don't hesitate to reach out to your local law enforcement agency, or if you don't have one and it happens to be the state police, but reach out to them first to try to find out, and they'll probably guide you in the right direction.
And it's also important, I guess, because if there is any type of incident, they're usually the first people on
Correct.
that are there.
Correct. And now with the advent of the Special Law Enforcement Class 3s, you know, that's going to take that collaboration with the local law enforcement to have those police officers. They're working for that police department. They're going to be working in your school district. So it's of vital importance to maintain and establish those relationships. And also your administrators, as a superintendent, you want your administrators to understand the memorandum of agreement and that immediate notification if there happens to be any a suspected crime or something that rises to a level that you're not comfortable with, to immediately notify the police department. They'll make the determination whether they'll investigate it or move forward. But don't hesitate, and once you have that relationship, it's really easy to pick up the phone and call them.
Okay, I'd like to thank John Niesz for talking to us about the relationship between the school district and the police department from the superintendent's perspective. Thank you.